it on the court. And Patrick, as the leader of this basketball team, has to set the tone. He's got to go to work. And what better team than to go to work on than a team he had already scored 40 points on this season? So time to stand up and do it. And the Knicks find this evening really to be a very important game. Surprisingly so, but it really is important for them.
Yes, in that earlier meeting in late December, Ewing 15 of 19 from the field to lead the Knicks over Toronto. The Raptors with a record of 15 and 42, yet they've done some good things in this their first year in the NBA. They show some impressive victories, and when they have played well, it's usually because of their Rookie of the Year candidate, Damon Stoudemire, who at times has been sensational.
General Manager Isaiah Thomas made a brilliant selection in last year's draft, and Stoudemire hasn't let him down at all. The Knicks got a taste of this man's talent early in the season. In December, he got around Derek Harper and anybody else at one point. In the half-court offense, he broke everybody down. Stoudemire also has the long-range shooting ability, and he showed the Knicks a three-point shot. And John Starks got a taste of what used to be the Tim Hardaway crossover dribble. Now it's Stoudemire's move, and it was a beauty. When you look at what the rookie is doing this year, he's first in very many categories among other rookies around the league, and he's giving everybody problems, and you know he'd love to get the Knicks here at home.
All right, so coming up, it will be the Knicks and the Toronto Raptors from the Sky Dome in Toronto. Patrick Ewing and the Knicks going out of the country in an effort to get on track.
Person needs to send resume to New York. Wants to make a big impression. Goes to post office. Finds out priority mail is a smart solution. Resume gets noticed.
Back in Toronto, the New York Knicks being introduced to the crowd. A very polite crowd providing cheers for Patrick Ewing. J.R. Reed is in the starting lineup up front with Anthony Mason, Patrick Ewing, the center, and Derek Harper and Hubert Davis are at the guards. John Starks, who sat out the second half with the sprained ankle last night in the game against the Clippers, is in uniform and is available. So John Starks will play tonight. Now let's join with the public address for the introduction of the Toronto Raptors.
Forward, number 30, the Big O, Oliver Miller. From UCLA, a 6'7" forward, number 35, Tracy Murray. From Clemson, a 6'11" center, number 9, Sharon Wright. From Arkansas, a 6'4" guard, number 7, your Toronto Raptors is Brendan Malone. The assistants are John Schumate, Darrell Walker, and Bob Cephalato. The trainer is John Lally. Tonight's officials are number 7, Bernie Fryer, number 12,
well, a familiar
Don
face,
Jaden,
New York area product, one-time Knick assistant. Brendan Malone is the head coach of the Toronto Raptors. But to the subject of the New York Knicks, and last night was a down effort against the Clippers. Appeared to be a lack of energy. At times, it appeared a lack of interest. What is going on with the Knicks? Here are the views of their veteran, Herb Williams.
I think you have to show more enthusiasm, play with a lot more energy. The ball has to move, a lot more has to go in, come out, have to get pick and rolls, and we have to get back to doing what we do best, and that's playing defense. And when we're playing defense and the ball is moving, we're one of the better teams in the league. But if the ball gets stagnant and start to stick on one side of the floor, and then we don't play defense very well. And our trademark has always been defense, and that's what we have to do, first and last.
Marv, there's also a lot of pride at stake, too, for the Knicks as individuals and as a team. They saw to a depth last night they never expected they'd be at this year. And fortunately, 24 hours later, they have a chance to change the image that they projected last evening.
The The officials are Bernie Fryer, Don Baden, and Leroy Richardson. It will be Patrick Ewing jumping against Oliver Miller. And the Knicks controlling the opening tip. Derek Hoffer, who has not been shooting well as of late, 3 of 10 last night against the Clippers, being played by the rookie Stoudemire. Patrick Ewing set up by Derek Hoffer.
Quick recognition by Hoffer that Wright had his head turned to the ball.
Alvin Robertson looking for the cutting Tracy Murray, decided to pass it up. Stoudemire. Murray being guarded by Davis. And this is Sharon Wright putting the move on J.R. Reed, and a foul is called.
New York number 7.
The Raptors last night here at home lost to Detroit 105-84. Pistons with a 19-0 run early in the fourth quarter to break it open. So Toronto now has lost 8 of its last 9. The only win of that stretch this past Sunday afternoon against a injury-hit Cavalier team. They won in Cleveland 100-89. Wright, though, in his Sky Dome debut last night, had a good one. 25 points and spent much time at the line. He was 13 of 17 at the foul line. Anthony Mason is handling against Oliver Miller. And the call away from the ball, a holding foul.
The Raptors number 7, Alvin Robertson.
It's on Robertson. Alvin Robertson, the 11-year veteran out of Arkansas, guarding Hubert Davis.
Boy, if Hubert Davis is able to get his average of late, which is 16, as Ewing misses that turnaround on Alvin Robertson, that'll be a very impressive performance, because Robertson is always tough on defense. That is his main thing, so to speak, in the NBA. He's a tough defender.
And Reed able to pick it up off the floor. The Knicks on the road, 13-14. They have lost 4 straight, 7 of the last 8. The damage done on that recent West Coast trip. The last road win came in Detroit February 21st as they beat the Pistons in overtime. And Mason tied up. Robertson showing the quick hands, looking for the steal. He averages 2 steals per game, which is number 5 in the league. He's able to tie up Anthony Mason. And here's Robertson. And his pass picked off by Reed.
Good heads-up play by J.R. Reed.
Davis, yes.
Hubert Davis.
Hubert Davis getting down court in a hurry and showing the quick release to give the Knicks a 4-1 lead.
Reed made a play that showed you he's on his toes. He just stepped into a passing lane. He was playing like a thinking player, but not letting that hold him down. A lot of times when a player thinks too much, they start staring.
Open shot for Robertson. Alvin Robertson, who played a season-low 13 minutes last night against Detroit and did not score. Able to hit on that first field goal attempt. 4-3 Knicks with the lead and with the ball.
On the average, Robertson's been playing 33 minutes a game, second to Stoudemire's 40.
Ewing. And Murray with the rebound. Stoudemire checking the floor as he sets it up, getting the screen to fire the 3. Oliver Miller, who can certainly set a wide pick, did just that for Damon Stoudemire. Toronto leads 6-4.
A lot of times an opponent will let you do that, like a show-me kind of thing. Well, Stoudemire showed the Knicks what he can do, so they better get around those picks as Ewing misses another turnaround jumper.
Miller getting down court in a hurry. The Raptors able to push it down. They now lead 8-4. This is the second of 4 meetings between the Knicks and the Raptors. In the earlier game, the Knicks won 103-91. Toronto led by 9 at the half.
Derek
Harper cuts it to a 2-point Toronto lead. And the Knicks came back with a strong second half. Oliver Miller getting position. And the foul committed by Anthony Mason.
Knicks a little slow in transition, picking up their man. It's not just the man with the basketball that's dangerous. It's also his teammates in front of him. And Oliver Miller got too much room before he was picked up, in this case by Anthony Mason. He had already rolled his big frame below the foul line.
Oliver Miller, first-round draft pick of the Phoenix Suns, spent 2 years with Phoenix, last year with Detroit. And John, reportedly, he was, weight has always been a problem with Oliver Miller. Reportedly, he was a master at rigging the scales. He did it, I'm told, in Phoenix and in Detroit. And after the scales were corrected in Detroit, he went from 315 pounds to 335 pounds. He had him fooled for a while. Let's see, what is Oliver listed at here? 280.
Hometown typing there, huh?
A 10-6 Raptor lead with 4 minutes gone by in the first quarter. Wright. Gerard Wright. The one-time Philadelphia 76er in his second season out of Clemson. He was a first-round draft pick of the Sixers last year. That's a 3 for Hoffer.
Right at 6'11", turns around on Anthony Mason on that particular move, and he's got a good view of the hoop.
3-point Toronto lead. Miller getting it down low. The reverse missed by Wright. Hoffer had it deflected, then able to recover. Reed facing the double team. Hoffer gives it back. J.R. Reed.
Knicks can't just be contented with the ability to get a shot. You've got to be a little more selective and get a good shot.
Stoudemire taking it away from Ewing. And then scoring. The steal by Stoudemire and able to take advantage. 5-point Toronto lead. Illegal defense. The call against the Raptors for the first time. And Don Nelson calling for a timeout with 6:49 remaining in the first.
The Knicks head for Philly to take on the 76ers after emptiest Cannon game night. Friday night, right here on MSG.
Cues are rough. It was a stone guess. Cool, it's cool as ice, man.
Come check out Q-Zone, the world's favorite laser game.
Attention Long Island, the Fun Station has arrived. Fun Station, America's fastest growing family centers, are now on Long Island. Let the kids ride the rides or have big fun in any of our soft play areas. Celebrate a birthday in our own special birthday party theater. We have bumper cars, basketball stars, video games, and prizes. Ski in virtual reality, then relax in our Nathan's restaurant. Visit our super new location in Brentwood at the Brent City Shopping Center on Brentwood Road. Call for the Fun Station nearest you. Let me loose at the Fun Station.
Howdy, folks. Y'all getting tired of those car dealing, money stealing ads you're always seeing on TV? Well, K Chevrolet, now they're different. Oh, they've got the Chevy you're looking for, but their prices, they'll blow you away. Let me show you what I mean. That Chevy Lumina's a nice car, but that price is just too dang high. Now for a little price fixing on this here Blazer.
K Chevrolet Geo, Hampstead Turnpike, East Meadow. Their prices are bulletproof.
Remember, when you're having good times with good friends, drink responsibly, because friends know when to say when. A reminder from your friends at Budweiser.
Toronto up 14-9 with 6:45 remaining in this first quarter. And both clubs remaining the same following the timeout. The beautiful stroke of Hubert Davis. So Hubert hits the 3. It is a 2-point Toronto lead. Hubert Davis last night had a season high of 25 points. Right over Reed. And Ewing with the rebound, and looks like Wright hurt his back. He is hobbling back down. Davis fires, and apparently Wright still able to pull the rebound down, and then punches over. Here's Robertson drilling it. Toronto leads 16-12.
Doesn't seem to be any move to take him out of the game by Brendan Malone. Knicks haven't discovered Anthony Mason yet on the offense, but it looks like they're going his way now.
Mason being guarded by Miller. Illegal defense for the second time indicated against the Raptors, so a technical foul awarded the Knicks.
Marv, when we were speaking with Herb Williams before about the Knicks' problems, and he made a comment about the ball staying on one side of the court too long, I couldn't help but think of when Anthony Mason gets the ball down low. Many times, several seconds go by before action takes place, and wonder if Herb has spoken to Anthony about that in a constructive manner and suggested a little quicker decision-making by Anthony.
And now Sharon Wright, who hurt his lower back, departs, replaced by Jean Tabak, the second-year player out of Croatia, and a foul is called. It is on Murray.
The Raptors number 7, Alvin Robertson, makes up his second foul.
Correction, it's on Robertson. Murray raising his hand, but Alvin Robertson is called for the foul, and Patrick Ewing at the line. And here is the former New York Knick, Doug Christie, making an early entrance. I thought his pants were going down.
Well, it started out that way. It started out that way. His pants were at almost at knee level as he walked out on the court.
You know, I know Doug is a flashy player, but I don't think he wants to flash, does he?
Talk about casual. I don't think he had any idea, Mar, that there were people watching.
Doug Christie, who had a 5 for 10 against the Pistons last night. 15 points in all, a season high for the Raptors. J.R. Reed, who's making his second start, has a Knick backing his way on Oliver Miller. Rebounded by Murray. Here comes Stoudemire. 5 minutes to go in this opening quarter. Stoudemire able to penetrate and then forced it. Picked off by Davis. Davis saw the opening, went to the left hand, beautifully done, protecting the ball against Tabak.
See, Hubert doesn't have blazing speed, but so what? Because he can make good decisions, and he's getting better and better at taking the ball to the hoop.
The game is tied at 16. Tabak, the one-time Houston Rocket, going at Ewing, and it's rejected. Patrick Ewing with the block shot.
Oh, that's what the Knicks didn't have last night. That kind of presence by Ewing.
Here is Davis. This time to the right hand. Yes, and it counts. Hubert showing the entire arsenal. And he will go to the line.
Patrick Ewing has come over to the bench to ask Mike Saunders for some help. Seems that his throat is bothering him. Another look at Hubert Davis picking apart that Raptors defense for 2 points and a foul.
Foul committed by Christie. Davis has 10 points, 4 of 5 from the field. So the Knicks with a good run take a 3-point lead. 4:20 remaining in this first quarter. Marv Albert, John Andres from the Sky Dome in Toronto. Murray got the step. Ewing over to defend, and he's called for the foul.
Oh, terrific play by Ewing, responding, coming over, challenging, becoming an intimidator once again. Reed on the gamble. All of a sudden, it's a clear path for Murray, but Ewing came over, made a good effort.
Tracy Murray playing well recently against Cleveland on Sunday. Career high of 29, 12 of 15 from the field. He's averaging 14 a game. He is now in the starting lineup. He had been coming off the bench for the Raptors. In fact, they were pushing him as a candidate for the sixth-man award, but he is now a starter. Stoudemire picked up on a switch and then double team, forced to take a 20-second timeout.
20-second timeout called by the Raptors.
Well, the Knicks have put on a good push here in the last 3 minutes of this game. The Raptors got off to a good start. Knicks were rushing their shots a bit. But thanks to the splendid play of Hubert Davis, the Knicks have come back. And also Ewing has come to life big time. The Raptors are going to have to think about the presence of Ewing now under the basket when they get inside the foul line.
7-1 run by the Knicks for this 2-point lead.
Another look at Hubert Davis going to the basket before the 3-point play a few moments ago. So he's penetrated left and right here in the first quarter.
Doug Christie being guarded by Anthony Mason. Here's Tabak, had it knocked away by Reed. John Tabak had his first shot rejected, and this drive is broken up. Ewing getting position. Ewing with the rebound, and taken by Miller. Patrick Ewing 1 for his first 6 from the field.
You have to be so gentle with those short jumpers like Patrick had. Perhaps next time he might bang that one in off the backboard. You don't have to be as precise.
Here's Murray eluding Davis, able to go glass. Tracy Murray, who has the good outside touch, has tied the game at 19. Hopper isolated against Stoudemire, then feeds Ewing. Davis for 3. Yes! Oh, he's on fire. Hubert Davis with 14 points, 5 of 6 shooting. And the foul called on Reed. Knicks now take a timeout with 2 minutes 58 seconds to go in this first quarter. The Knicks, by virtue of the hot shooting of Hubert Davis, lead by 3.
It's a beautiful day at McDonald's as Mrs. Foley steps up, checks the sign, and delivers.
Big Mac extra value meal, please.
Nice one. Dave Garcia fields the call, dishes to Scott English. English cooks, Brett Broom wraps with a no-look pass to Laurie Cole. Tony Fernandez scoops fries and assists on the drink. Skipper Jim Brook with an incredible move, hands off to Garcia, who turns, smiles, and connects.
Thanks, come again.
The crowd absolutely loves this.
We're Team McDonald's, proud to serve you Andy, the official break of the Olympic Games.
He's back in a zone.
So what's the big surprise? Knicks tickets. American Express?
I got a little proposition.
Whoa! Hey, you got my ticket! Think again, my friend. Oh, there!
American Express, the official card of the NBA.
I'd have gone to the moon for these.
Tell me about it.
As part of MSG Network's community outreach program, Yes, Make It Count, MSG Network will hold the inaugural tip and announcer luncheon presented by Bell Atlantic 9X Mobile to benefit the Leukemia Society on Friday, March 15th at MSG's Club Bar and Grill. The event will feature MSG announcers serving as waiters, with all the proceeds going to the Leukemia Society. Waiters scheduled to appear include Marvin Kenny Albert, Walt Frazier, John Davidson, yours truly, Al Troutwig, and Bob Page. For more information, call 212-697-7848 and come and see Marv perform for tips.
I've been practicing by bringing you beverages here before games, John, and I think I've come through very, very well.
That's your opinion, Marv.
22-19, the Knicks with the lead. Hubert Davis, 5 of 6 from the field. He has 14 points. 2.5 to go in this opening quarter. Harper for 3. Derek Harper knocking down the 3. And Derek shooting well here tonight. 8 points on 3 of 3. The Knicks 9 of 18 from the field. 50% shooting. in this first quarter.
The feature that the Knicks are presenting right now on offense is that the ball is going inside and it's coming out inside out. And with a guy like Ewing who draws the attention, when he gives it up or anyone else gives it up to the outside shooters who are hitting, the Knicks are super tough.
The Knicks 4 of 5 from downtown, and Hubert Davis has hit on 2 out of 3 with just under 2 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Mason with the step-back move blocked by Tabak. Jean Tabak, a second-round draft pick of the Rockets, played 37 games for Houston last season. Very tough to get any time behind a fellow by the name of Hakeem Olajuwon, a star for many years in Croatia. Davis forcing with the shot clock running down, and Neely hit another 3.
Tabak's a 7-footer, and he's got plenty of mobility.
The Knicks now lead 25-19. The foul on Davis. Trying to reach over Murray. Have an odd situation last night. The LA Clippers came in having lost 3. I should say having won 3 of its last 17, and then were able to beat the Knicks without any problem in that very poor effort by the Knicks at the Garden. Here are the Raptors in the same situation. They have won only 3 of the last 17 games.
They've been held down, too, on 19 points until Murray finally gets a foul shot, but they haven't had a field goal in several minutes.
Raptors, though, have had some impressive wins. One here against Seattle. They won here against Orlando. That was mid-December, 110-93, and a win on Sunday at Cleveland, a win at Miami when the Heat were playing well.
They also had a 3-point loss to Chicago early in January. So this is not a bad team by any stretch of the imagination.
24-second violation. Ewing. Oh, Ewing hits the shot.
I don't think he knew it. He just threw it up in disgust. And it didn't even hit the rim. Splash, all net.
Raptors substitution in
24-second violation that has Don Nelson upset.
Into the game is Sharon Wright.
Sharon Wright.
He's in for
Now
Oliver Miller.
checking back in. He went out early after hurting his back.
Another look at Ewing taking that ball and flipping it toward the hoop in disgust. And when that ball went into the basket, Ewing was looking up court.
We're coming up on a minute remaining in this first quarter. The Knicks are up 25-21.
Hopper outside with the tough little man about to make his move.
Set up to Bach. So it's a 2-point Knick lead. Mason played on the switch by Stoudemire. Here is Davis for 3. What a quarter for Hubert Davis. He has 17 of the Knicks' 28 points.
Last night he had his season-high 25 points, so he has continued.
Well, he is making the decision of Don Nelson to start him over John Starks. Much more easy to take. There's no argument at all, despite all the tension and all the controversy that has taken place between Nelson and Starks. But Hubert Davis has been playing terrific basketball.
As we were saying last night, Marv, a lot of pressure on Hubert with the decisions of late because he has to come through for Don Nelson and the coaching staff. Should he not come through and play as well as he was, then the call would go back for the spirited John Starks, who really enjoys a lot of fan support as well.
Foul was committed by Stoudemire. 8 seconds remaining in the quarter. Knicks lead by 5. Hopper looking for Ewing. Ewing getting the position on to Bach, going right at him. Rebound tip missed by Reed. A very tough first quarter for Patrick Ewing. Only 1 of 7 from the field.
What are you sending?
It's for Carlos.
In California? It's a book about maturity.
You can't buy a book about maturity?
AT&T True Reach Savings saves you 25% on all kinds of U.S. calls on your AT&T phone bill when you spend just $25 a month.
Even 2,000 miles away, Jimmy. Privacy? I'm gonna call you day and night, every hour.
Every hour?
True Reach Savings. That's your true choice, AT&T.
These days, trying to get on top of your financial situation is getting tougher and tougher. What you need is someone with experience and know-how. MetLife can help you get a grip on things and help you make sense of it all. Get Met. It pays.
Welcome to Heathrow, Wilson. Is London what you expected? Not exactly, sir. How are we going to find our rental counter? We don't need a rental counter. We're with Hertz #1 Club Gold. Gee, it's fast. Exactly. Sir, the car's waiting on your name in light. Exactly. And there's a canopy to protect us from the weather. Exactly. You know, sir, this is just like the States.
Not exactly, Wilson. You're on the wrong side of the road.
Sorry, sir.
At Nobody Beats the Whiz, we can't promise your work will be any less a grind. We will promise you access to the office of your dreams, wherever that may be.
New York Knicks basketball is brought to you in part by Toyota. I love what you do for me. Toyota. By MetLife. Get Met. It pays. And by Hertz. For business, for pleasure, nobody does it exactly like Hertz.
Toronto's first-round draft pick, the second selection overall, Damon Stoudemire, who was MVP in the Rookie All-Star game in San Antonio All-Star weekend. He put on a show the final minute, 20 seconds. A hit on that drive. Here's a three-pointer by Stoudemire that tied the game at 90. Tied the game for the East. Then the steal, which led to the alley-oop as he connects with his teammate, Jerry Stackhouse. And Stoudemire finished with 19 points, 11 assists, 4 steals, and MVP honors in the Rookie All-Star game.
Well, Marv, if Don Nelson knew at the end of the first quarter his starting front line of Reed, Mason, and Ewing would be 1 for 11 from the field, I don't think he'd feel too good, but surprisingly, Don Nelson feels okay now, thanks to his sharp-shooting backcourt. Harper 3 for 3, Davis 6 for 8, including both of them combining for 5 out of 7 3-point shots.
And as the second quarter gets underway, the former Raptor for one game, Herb Williams, has come on for Patrick Ewing. There's Christie on the hesitation dribble, coming up short, and it is deflected out, last touch by the Raptors. Jimmy King, another rookie, second-round pick out of Michigan, has replaced Stoudemire to give him a rest. Talking with Coach Brendan Malone prior to the game, he said that he realizes Damon Stoudemire is playing too many minutes, but he does not have a genuine backup at the point guard position. Jimmy King is not actually a point guard, more of a shooting guard, but he's been using him at the point. Here is Herb Williams. Rebounded by Anthony Mason. He was contested from behind. It affected his shot. Good play by Carlos Rogers to bother Mason, but last touched by Toronto. Knicks get the new 24. Knicks now have Davis and Hopper at the guards with Williams, Reed, and Mason up front. The Knicks are up 28-23. Hubert Davis has been the story with 17 first quarter points. Hopper, and rebounded by Tabak, got stripped. Christie there, and starts down. Here's Christie, again with a hesitation. A nice move. Doug Christie going the length of the floor.
He can be pretty.
Hopper got himself in trouble and threw a bad pass. There's Christie. Right. And Reed with the rebound. Among the many Knick problems as of late, they have been getting beaten off the boards. And they have been getting beaten in the fourth quarter. Last night by the Clippers, outscored in the fourth 33-20. Mason with a nice fake. And he'll go to the line. Foul committed by Carlos Rogers. And look at recent developments by the Knicks, who have dropped 6 of the last 7, and you can see they have been out-rebounded in 8 of their last 10 games.
And significantly in double figures on the average. And also the fourth quarter problems are very dramatic as well of late.
Anthony Mason missing on his first free throw attempt last night. 2 of 7 at the line by Mason. I would have to say that both Wright and Reed were over the line and in the lane, John.
Surprisingly, they don't call that very often. I guess the opinion of the officials when it's blatant.
Well, he hadn't taken the shot.
That was
it was blatant, John.
It was categorized as blatant,
yes.
Obviously.
So he gets another opportunity.
Somewhat surprising to see John Starks in the lineup tonight. Another look at that. Definitely qualified as blatant.
Yes. 29-25. The Knicks with the lead. Here's King to the left hand. Won't count. Offensive foul.
Too bad for him. That was a nice move.
Jimmy King, the last of Michigan's Fab Five to get drafted, preceded by Chris Webber and Juwan Howard and Jalen Rose. As you say, nice move, but it is, no question, a charging foul. Davis now being guarded by Christie. Mason working against Rogers. Here's Starks, who just checked in, and he hits on his first field goal attempt.
The inside-outside game for the Knicks continues, and the outside shooting has been terrific here.
John Starks sat out the second half last night due to swelling of the right ankle. The ankle originally sprained last week against Sacramento. He refused to miss a game. He played the next game against the Utah Jazz, and he has shown the same kind of attitude here tonight. It was not expected that he play, but he insisted, and here he is on the court. Oh, nice strip, a double strip by the Knicks. Good hands, and it will be Nick Ball.
Knicks are certainly good strippers here tonight, Marv.
Very well put, John.
Frustrating moments when you have nothing but basket in front of you to lose that ball, as they just did.
Davis gave it up. Starks for Mason. Shot clock at 6. Mason is fouled. Tabak came over to help, looking for the block, and he picks up the hacking foul. So for Tabak, his first, and again it's Mason to the foul line. Patrick Ewing getting set to return. And he comes on for J.R. Reed. Reed in the starting lineup went 15 minutes and did not score. 0 for 2 from the field. He didn't haul down 5 rebounds. And Bernie Fryer blowing the whistle, and with a smile says one more. Again, the foul line violation. The free throw shooting style of Anthony Mason contributes to guys getting faked out, though, and jumping in a bit too soon.
Yes, he cradles that ball for a couple of seconds before he lets it go.
So Anthony Mason again able to take advantage of the extra free throw. The Knicks now lead by 7. It's their biggest lead. The Knicks front court 1 for 13. The backcourt, that's an illegal defense. The Knicks backcourt, though, shooting 10 of 14 with the combination of Davis, Hopper, and Starks hitting their shots.
Possession to Toronto.
So the Raptors get a new 24. Here's Wright feeling for Williams.
We haven't seen many moments of Williams and Ewing on the court together, but now Don Nelson feels that he wants to go big, and he's doing it.
Davis for 3. And will maintain possession. Herb Williams played one game for the Toronto Raptors. He was involved in the Willie Anderson, Victor Alexander, Doug Christie deal, and played 31 minutes. And the reason that he was put on waivers, Christie with a nice pass but broken up, was because of the trade for Sharon Wright, the guy he is guarding here in the second quarter. Ewing. Patrick Ewing is 1 for 8 from the field.
Patrick hasn't gone into strong low post moves yet as he's continued to go for the jump shots.
That is a palming violation, so the Knicks will get it back. John, we have vintage footage. Herb Williams as a Toronto Raptor. Here it is. Take a look. You may never see that again.
Going way back to the month of February.
Herb with a nice spinning move. But the Knicks made it clear that they certainly down the road wanted to see Herb Williams back with the Knicks organization. I don't know if they... oh, it counts and the foul! It's a 3, a possible 4-point play. The foul committed by Christie, and Hubert Davis will go to the line.
Well, good pitch by Ewing now when he sees the double team come at him, and Hubert Davis continues with the red-hot shooting.
Hubert Davis at the line, shooting 1.
Davis 4 of 7 from three-point range, and completes the 4-point play. He has 21 with 7:17 remaining in this first half. And that is third career 4-point play. And the foul is called on Starks. Try to help out.
New York's number 3, John Starks.
So Carlos Rogers will go to the free throw line. Carlos Rogers in his second season out of Tennessee State, acquired from Golden State with Victor Alexander in the deal for B.J. Armstrong. I think Victor Alexander has been involved in every NBA trade that has been made this season. And then there was a trade where Victor Alexander was sent to Cleveland, and that was turned down because he didn't pass the physical.
It's great when you're so valuable and you don't play. It's a wonderful world, isn't it?
Obviously, Victor with weight problems. Someday we will see him playing as a New York Knick. Carlos Rogers played for Don Nelson last season with the Golden State Warriors. Mason got the step and then pitched back out. Here's Starks. John Starks with a second field goal, a 10-0 run by the Knicks, and they now lead 38-25. The Knicks backcourt has done it with excellent shooting. Davis 7 of 10, Hopper 3 for 5, Starks 2 of 3. King draws the foul off the fake. Starks picks it up.
New York's number 3, John Starks, picks up his second foul of the game. Team foul number.
And now a timeout being taken by Toronto with 6:24 to go in this first half.
Destination of the month finalists.
It's time to get back into the spring swing. The Yanks and the Tigers in spring training action from Tampa, Sunday afternoon on MSG.
Lakeview Auto Sales and Service, Long Island's oldest exclusive authorized Mercedes-Benz dealer, is pleased to present the next generation E-Class, the E-Series, all new for 1996. Experience the ultimate in design, handling, and Mercedes-Benz luxury. Lakeview Auto prides itself on its complete staff of factory-trained technicians and award-winning sales and service departments. Lakeview Auto Sales and Service in Rockville Center, where customer satisfaction is a reality, not a perception.
Hi.
The dribble off the
Point you never want to do when you stand there putting on a dribbling exhibition and it goes off your foot into the opponent's hand.
Stoudemire with the nice setup, but Rogers turned back. Ewing with the block shot.
It's a different Patrick Ewing tonight on defense than it was last night.
Mason. The Toronto Raptors Raptors at 15 and 42. They have won 5 straight here at home, where they are 10 and 17. To say 5 of the last 6 they've won here at home. Herb Williams went to the spin and the turnaround. Stoudemire with some beautiful moves and then drew the foul as he went to the reverse.
New York's number 33.
Foul committed by Ewing, who did not like the call.
Stoudemire played fairly well by the Knicks thus far. There's good awareness in the front line. Should he get by the backcourt people, that someone plugs the hole and makes it difficult for him.
Stoudemire, who is leading the Raptors in scoring, averaging 18.5 per game. And there's Herb, number 16, all-time Toronto scoring list, with 6 points in that 31-minute effort. He has edged his way by the rookie Martin Lewis.
Way to go, Herb.
Knicks lead by 10. 4.5 to go in this first half. Davis around Rogers, sets it up for Williams. Rebound Ewing. Yes, and it counts.
Raptors number 9, Sharon Wright.
Patrick Ewing will go to the line seeking a 3-point play. Sharon Wright picks up the foul.
Despite the fact Ewing isn't hitting his shots, he's active. He's alive out there. Many times a player, if he's not hitting his shots, will drift off and use the offense as his excuse that it's not on his game. But Ewing is doing other things that are so important in this game.
And John, that was rebound number 7 tonight for Patrick Ewing. He is now passed by Willis Reed as the Knicks all-time leading rebounder. 8,415 rebounds for Ewing. And on the turnover, it will be Nick Ball. There it is. Ewing at 8,415, followed by Willis Reed, Harry the Horse Gallen, Charles Oakley among the leaders, jumping Johnny Green and Dave DeBusschere.
Well, remember we ran into Johnny Green recently at LaGuardia Airport on a return from one of our trips, and Johnny jumped up, avid Knick fan that he is, and of course ex-Knick, as you just saw. Proud to say he was on his way to Michigan State for the retirement of his number. He's a fine gentleman, and what a nice honor for Johnny Green.
Jumping Johnny Green. Pretty good names, bringing back many memories as you look at that all-time rebounding list. It was amazing to me. Of course, things were a bit different when Harry Galton was playing, but Harry the Horse was considered one of the better rebounding forwards in the NBA in his day in the 50s. And we've seen him at Nick Old-Timer affairs. John, I think he's your size.
I think he has me by a little, as Sharon Wright shows Patrick Ewing a nice shot. But you know, Marv,
maybe an inch or two?
Well, tops, yeah. But Harry Galton is the living example of great rebounding is done below the rim. You don't have to jump that high. I would be surprised if Harry had trouble touching the rim in his day, actually. But boy, could he get position.
On the turnover, Toronto gets it back. 3:22 to go. In the first half, the Knicks with a 45-32 lead. Stoudemire met on the switch and cuts the other way. Rogers changed his mind. Stoudemire penetrating. Rebound Rogers, rejected by Ewing. Here's Starks on a 3-on-1. Well, he decided to take it by himself.
Bad shot by Starks. He had the big guy running with him, and Ewing earned that basketball by running so hard after that terrific defensive play. John really didn't have a short shot at the basket. He just kind of flipped it up there, and he's pointing at himself. He knows that he should have made a better decision.
Foul committed by Herb Williams. Timeout is called. 2:51 left in the half.
The bleachers return.
Oh yeah, people, hi.
tonight. They're active. Herb Williams, Patrick Ewing, hands up, challenging, alive. Knicks are motivated tonight. Look at that block by Ewing. That ignites a break. John Starks keeps that basketball. Ewing's with him, and Starks couldn't make the good shot and pointed to himself, and he knew that had he had the chance to do it over again, he would have made a better decision.
3 for Ewing, 2 for Hubert Davis, and 1 apiece for Williams, Starks, and Reed, adding up to the 8 blocked shots by the Knicks in this first half. Teron Wright at the line. The Knicks now lead 45-33.
Just got to look at Brendan Malone. He's a good example of stress as an NBA coach, isn't he, Marv? Brendan obviously showing a much thinner waistline to us before the game. I know you had a chance to chat with him, and
I mentioned that he looked very well, although he disagreed. And I said, I've been working out. He said, no, it is strictly stress. Offensive foul called on Ewing, as he went right at Carlos Rogers, who took a shot in the chin. That's 3 fouls on Ewing.
Ewing knows he can overpower the thinner Rogers, who offered himself up and took a shot as Ewing went up for his attempt.
And Ewing replaced by Reed. Brendan Malone, a long-time assistant in Detroit since back in 1988 under Chuck Daly and Ron Rothstein, and Don Chaney came to the Pistons from the Knicks. He was a scout and assistant coach under Hubie Brown. Before that, head coach at Rhode Island. Here's Stoudemire. A 3 for Stoudemire. He has 10 points, and the Knicks lead is now 45-36. As we come up on 2 minutes left in the first half. Mason, played by Miller. Mason to the step-back jumper. Anthony Mason has 6 points.
Good sign for the Knicks because they can't live off the jump shooting of the backcourt. The Knicks do need some inside scoring. Ewing's on the bench now, certainly for the short moments left here in the first half.
Wright guarded by Reed, and he's stripped, but recovered by Rogers. And the shot clock was reset.
No reset on the 24-second clock. The shot clock will be set to
and now they're changing it back to 6 seconds remaining on this possession. You may have heard the scream from Don Nelson from the Knicks bench to our right. So they reset it at 6. Down to 3, down to 2. Stoudemire, and Mason pulls it down. And is hit on a reach-in foul by Stoudemire.
Raptors number 20, Damon Stoudemire picks up his
Raptors over the foul limit. Stoudemire called for his second. Damon Stoudemire, who was drafted by Toronto general manager Isaiah Thomas for his ability to create for others, but he's also had to carry the scoring load for others. Isaiah sees a lot of himself in Damon Stoudemire, at least down the road. And there is the GM of the Raptors, Isaiah Thomas.
Mighty shiny ring he has on, Marv. But then again, you know about that. From 1970, you've been lugging that Knicks championship ring around, I know.
Lane violation. And again, a lane violation. This is the 3rd time it has been called with Anthony Mason at the foul line. So he gets another crack at it. And for the 3rd time, he takes advantage. And he's 4 of 6 at the line. Knicks lead by 13. Minute 20 left in the half. Open shot for Rogers.
Mason with a big smile as he comes over half court. And I think he likes the sight of Oliver Miller in front of him. If the middle opened up, he'd have a good chance at a move.
Davis for 3 again. A spectacular first half for Hubert Davis. That's his 5th from downtown. He has 24 points in all. Last night he had a season high, 25. Against the Clippers, he has 24 in the first half. And the Knicks are up by 16. Here's Rogers again presented with the open shot. I don't think the Knicks mind seeing Rogers firing from that range. Half minute to go in the first half. Shot clock down to 6. Stoudemire for 3. And a whistle for a loose ball foul. Could be a technical as Wright slammed the ball to the floor. It is a technical foul on Sharon Wright for the reaction of the loose ball foul. So the Knicks to the line for 3 free throws, the 2 on the personal and 1 on the tee.
Mark, one of the surprises here in the first half is the play of the ex-Raptor, Herb Williams. He got a lot of time here in the first half and has been very important to the sturdy Knick defense.
The ex-Raptor. Herb has played 12 minutes in this first half.
You can look at Wright pulling down that rebound and then putting on a display of adolescence.
Herb Williams at the line.
And now Herb Williams to the free throw line after Hubert Davis was able to hit the technical foul. Herb, a rare opportunity at the line. He is 6 for 9 this season at the foul line. We're down to 16 seconds to go in this first half, and a good one for the Knicks. They are up by 17 points. Hubert Davis with 25 to match his season high. His career high is 32. Came against Minnesota March of '94. Oh, the opening. An easy hoop for Carlos Rogers, who had no one in front of him from the right baseline. Herb Williams reluctant to take the shot and then able to drill it.
Boy, that's rare after faking like that to gather yourself and make the shot, as Williams did.
The Knicks lead 55-38. 1 second left in the half. Miller lofts it down through the hands of Murray. And the Knicks will take possession with 0.5 of a second to go. And here's Reed. Too late.
Ladies and gentlemen, the score at the half is 55.
So halftime at the Sky Dome in Toronto. The New York Knicks sparked by the shooting of Hubert Davis. 8 of 11 from the field, 5 from downtown, 25 in all. They have a 17-point lead on the Raptors.
Messier to drive a long shot, saves a monkey, rebound score! How about that? Overtime!
My parents were arrested and sent to a jail.
Mason, Ewing 2 of 9 from the field, but also has 7 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 blocked shots. For the Raptors, the rookie Damon Stoudemire leading the way with 10 points on 3 of 7 from the floor. He has 2 3-pointers and 8 points for Sharon Wright, although he has not shot well at 3 of 12. But the Knicks starting backcourt really doing it tonight in the first half. The combination of Hubert Davis and Derek Harper shooting so well.
Yes, Marv, the call went out after last night's disappointing performance for high energy. And the Knicks brought the energy here to Toronto tonight with an excellent game thus far. I think that 9 blocked shots for a half might be certainly a season high. That's a very high number. And Herb Williams has been a help too. The Knicks are really together tonight, both in the front court and in the back court.
But as Don Nelson is well aware, as we saw on the West Coast trip last week, it is a 4-quarter ball game, even against a club like the Toronto Raptors, and the Knicks have been suffering in the 4th quarter. Look at some of the highlights from the first half.
Well, it starts out and continues really with the fine play of Hubert Davis. Drove to the basket well, Hubert got a pitch out from Patrick Ewing when double teamed. Three-point shot and got fouled and made the foul shot for his third career four-point play as a member of the Knicks. Patrick Ewing on a follow around the basket with this rebound, and follow became the all-time Knicks rebounder, passing Willis Reed. And for the Raptors, why, they didn't have that much to cheer about.
Raptors shot 13 of 40 from the field, only 32%. The Knicks at 44% in the first half. We'll be right back.
The blizzard of '96 blew into town like nobody's business. But it didn't bother me, because I got a new Suzuki Sport 4x4 at a monster lease with dual airbags, power windows, power door locks, and four-wheel ABS brakes. I squashed this blizzard like a bug. And my Sport comes with more standard features than the Explorer, Cherokee, or Isuzu Rodeo. For less money. Enough said. I'm out of here. Now through March 31st, lease a new Sport for $229 a month at your New York, New Jersey Suzuki dealers.
It's a beautiful day at McDonald's as Mrs. Foley steps up, checks the sign, and delivers.
Big Mac extra value meal, please.
Nice one.
Being presented here. Actually, they really keep it going. They do a nice job.
A lot of energy here, yes.
Kids, don't try this at home.
Taking a look at our Toyota matchup, Hubert Davis and Alvin Robertson, known as a defender. Well, he couldn't deal with Hubert Davis. Hubert was magnificent in the first half. Also 4 for 4 from the foul line.
And the 4 for 4 extends to 27 straight at the line for Hubert, and 39 of his last 40, just continuing the extraordinary numbers as of late. The Knicks start the second half with Davis and Hopper at the guards, Ewing, Mason, and Reed up front. Stoudemire and Robertson in the backcourt for Toronto with Wright, Murray up front along with Miller. The Knicks with a 55-38 lead.
There's a story. 13 out of 20 for the Knicks three-man backcourt. The front court 5 out of 21.
Shot clock at 5. Davis drew the foul. Beautifully done with the shot clock rolling down to 3. Couldn't find the shot, but was able to sucker Tracy Murray into committing the foul. And once again, Hubert Davis to the line.
I'm surprised Alvin Robertson only played 6 minutes of the first half. He got 2 fouls early, and that sunk him the rest of the way as Hubert does something unusual and misses a foul shot.
That ends the streak. 27 straight at the line for Davis. Converts on 1 of 2. That's a season high 26 points for Davis.
He runs up court with a pained expression, having missed that.
Oliver Miller able to shoot over J.R. Reed. 6 points for Miller, and the Knicks lead by 16. The Knicks have lost 4 in a row, 7 of the last 8 games on the road. A minute in the third quarter. Ewing. Patrick Ewing with only his 3rd field goal, but as we discussed earlier, he is doing other things this evening.
So far in this game, you get the feeling that all of the Knicks are happy the way things are going. Everybody's getting a shot at the basket. Everybody's working hard. A lot of togetherness by the Knicks tonight. No one's excluded when they're on the court.
Ewing bothered by Miller, and it leads to the turnover. A rare turnover for the Knicks. They had only 4 in the first half. Toronto, on the other hand, leading the NBA. And they average nearly 19 turnovers per game. Stoudemire keeps it alive. Raptors shooting has been very poor. Robertson for 3. Wright on the rebound. Ewing got a piece of it, and then Wright is fouled.
You have to like the alert and hands and the competitive stature of the Knicks big men tonight. They're not allowing easy shots. Last night at the Garden, there must have been a dozen uncontested shots inside around the basket by the Clippers that succeeded. Tonight, there are no easy baskets for Toronto.
What was most disconcerting, I'm sure, for the Knicks coaching staff when you look back at last night, seemed to be a lack of interest on the part of the team on what was going on the court. Talk about lack of energy, although several players said no, that wasn't the case. But if they would step away and take a look at the tape of the game, they would see there was just no interest in playing basketball last night.
It's always odd, too, when that happens at home.
Right off the steal, here comes Stoudemire, setting up Murray. Unable to hit the three, but Robertson on the follow. And the Knicks are up 58-44.
As Darrell Walker told me on MCS Cannon game night, Marv, it is the greatest job in America.
John throwing in plugs wherever he can. Reed able to hit. Sponsor plugs, that is. Darrell Walker, the one-time New York Knick, now an assistant under Brendan Malone. Toronto right. So the Knicks now lead by 14.
Little pain surfacing now on Don Nelson's face when he sees plays like that. Easy hoops for the Raptors.
And Herb Williams getting set to return. Herb getting much playing time tonight. He had 12 minutes in the first half. Shot clock at 6. Nice look from Ewing.
Anthony Mason.
Ewing with the assist. And Mason has 12 points.
A play like that would have brought the house down at Madison Square Garden. Beautifully executed.
Foul committed by Mason.
Number 14, Anthony Mason, on the next picks up his second foul of the game. Team foul number 2, Herb Williams into the game.
Take a look at the last play inside.
At the free throw line for the Raptors is Sharon Wright.
And the foul being drawn.
So Sharon Wright at the line once again. He is 4 of 7 at the line. Tonight is the first time that the Knicks have played here in Toronto in the regular season since they faced the Buffalo Braves at Maple Leaf Gardens, where they usually play hockey. In fact, are playing hockey tonight, Maple Leafs against the Devils. That was back October 24th, 1974, and the Braves won that game 111-91, led by Bob McAdoo, then of Buffalo, went on to play for the Knicks. 28 points from McAdoo that night. Stoudemire, Murray going behind the back, and Wright had it knocked away. There it is, October 24th, 1974, and as we mentioned earlier, the first ever NBA game took place here in Toronto between the Knicks and the Toronto Huskies back in November of 1946. Loose ball foul against the Raptors.
Loose ball foul called against the Raptors, number 9, Sharon Wright.
Against Wright.
The game team foul number 2,
Raptors. I believe, John, you were able to use the video camera to get this footage.
We're looking at a weave there, weren't we?
The Toronto Huskies and the New York Knicks back in November of 1946. The first ever game played in the NBA. Off the steal, here comes Stoudemire. Murray, and put home by Miller. And the Raptors showing some signs. They're down now by 14 points.
They're being allowed room under the basket. The Knicks aren't closing up those holes, so the big men are starting to show something for the Raptors.
Mason with the fake, and foul by Wright. Beautiful fake and footwork by Anthony Mason in beating Oliver Miller.
Fourth foul of the game.
Yes, Mason getting the baseline. He controlled it, then Wright came over and committed the foul.
Let's see if Mason can avoid putting people offside, John, as they say in the NHL. Big story here in Toronto on the subject of the NHL, the firing of Toronto Maple Leaf coach Pat Burns. One-time Ranger defenseman Nick Beverly, who was assistant general manager, has taken over for the Leafs, who will play, who are playing tonight against the New Jersey Devils. That has been front page news the last couple of days. 16-point Nick lead. Stoudemire for Tabak. Eamon Stoudemire picking up his 7th assist. 64-50. The Knicks with the lead.
He had 5 of the team's 9 assists in the first half. Davis.
It's the first shot he's taken that has not looked good. And Herb Williams lost it. Hubert Davis now 8 of 12 from the field and 5 of 6 at the line for his 26 points. Timeout has been called with 6:32 left in the third. With that, there is a remarkable resemblance.
Well, I know you've been out in Hollywood a lot lately, and particularly last weekend when the Stars are out for the Magic's return.
Tracy Murray on the drive. It is down to a 12-point Nick lead. Toronto taking a lot of shots in this third quarter. They're now 6 of 17. The Knicks have attempted only 5 shots, 3 of 5 from the field. John Starks back on the floor. A good pass for Ewing, but he could not convert. So the 18-point lead has evaporated. It's down to 12. Murray. Mason with Williams and Ewing up front. Hopper and Starks in the backcourt. So Hubert Davis getting his first rest of the game. Patrick Ewing showing some signs. Hit one from the right side, and now the jumper from the left baseline. He has 12 points. The Knicks 66, the Raptors 52. It's a 3-second violation. Or, let's see, offensive foul.
Murray running around the area under the basket along the baseline trying to get a free, and the man setting the pick moved on the Knicks defender.
Foul committed by Murray. Coming up on 5 minutes remaining in this third quarter. Starks. Good hustle play by Tabak. Stoudemire. Finding Robertson around Williams. Here is Robertson shooting. Murray missed on the follow. Murray with the save, but picked off by Hopper. Mason with the ball fake. Then goes to Ewing, who is fouled.
Good decisions by the Knicks. Nobody rushed their shots, and then everybody knew up front that Ewing was roaring down court.
Team foul number 4, first one.
Hopper with the sure hands on that play. Starks moves it up to the man in front of him. Mason doesn't hit Starks, but he gets Ewing.
Foul committed by Robertson. Ewing at the line. He's 4 of 5 at the line.
J.R. Reed into the game for New York, replacing Anthony Mason.
Now Reed comes on for Mason. And this is the first time that Mason has received a rest, going the first 31 minutes. The Knicks lead 68-52. Stoudemire with the stutter step to set it up on Hopper, then lost it, recovered by Miller. Shot clock is at 6. Robertson.
Looked like Tabak was caught hanging on the rim on that play, an infraction.
Offensive interference is the call.
Knicks have done a terrific job containing Stoudemire thus far.
10 points, 8 assists for Damon Stoudemire. They double up on Ewing. Here's Herb Williams. The assist for John Starks, then the bad pass intercepted by Derek Hoffer. Ewing for Reed, and he's called for a travel.
Oh, that hurts. He had the clean shot at the hoop, and he faked. And in so doing, he committed the walking violation, and that made Don Nelson's hair a little bit grayer for a second. Then it went back to its natural color.
70-52. The Knicks by 18. Following tonight, Knicks will head to Philadelphia. Kickball call, new 24. Presented Toronto Friday night. The Knicks and the Sixers at the Spectrum. Sunday back home for Chicago. Then next Wednesday they play the Timberwolves in Minnesota. Tabak working hard. Nice move. John Tabak. Oh, Miller leaping over the table, avoiding some fans down at the baseline.
Boy, see how mobile this near 300-pounder is.
Knicks lead by 16 points with 3 minutes and 15 seconds to go in the third. Hoffa was trying to go back door, but the good recovery by Stoudemire. And the kickball. Once again. Oliver Miller showing his soccer skills by first faking the leg lock.
I must say, Oliver is working hard. Had he worked like that, I suspect he'd still be a member of the Phoenix Suns. Just take a look at Oliver soaring over that table.
And Ewing on the drive stepped out of bounds.
Delay of game called again.
And a delay of game is called as Ewing knocked the ball aside. Jimmy King, the rookie from Michigan, who played briefly in the first half, is checked back in.
Jimmy King into the game for Toronto.
Jimmy King, 6'5", 210-pound. Better at the shooting guard position, although he has been used at the point guard. Although Robertson here is setting things up with Stoudemire sitting down.
Hoffa fighting over that pick, not allowing King to get shooting room.
Hubert Davis reporting back in, but first a timeout called by the Knicks. They lead by 16 points.
One more time.
Autographed Golf Club and much more. The auction will be immediately followed by dinner and the awards presentation. For ticket information, please call 212-888-7003 during weekday business hours.
Dangerous pass thrown by Ewing, a low percentage pass picked off by Miller. Toronto getting a lot of shots off here in this third quarter. They're down by 16 as we come up on 2 minutes to go in the third. Robertson feeding Tabak. And the Knicks wanted an offensive foul. They felt that Tabak was pushing out, or pushing off with his left hand.
2 minutes, less than 2 minutes remaining in the third quarter.
70-56. The Knicks with the lead.
Can't believe the aggressiveness of Oliver Miller out high, chasing people.
And Ewing is clobbered. Foul committed by Miller.
The Raptors number 30, Oliver Miller, picks up his second.
So Toronto over the foul limit. And Ewing will go to the line.
Limit number 33.
Miller has 70 steals in the 54 games he played coming into tonight. So interesting quality he has for such a big person.
Well, he is very quick. As we have seen, he's been able to avert several collisions with members of the crowd.
6'9", 280 as he's listed now.
That last free throw way off.
Miller bringing the ball up court, a la Anthony Mason.
Give and go. Knicks wanted to travel, but the indication that the ball was deflected. Davis to the drive. And back comes Robertson. He has Murray ahead of the field. Down to a 12-point Knick lead. Knicks have led by as many as 18. They are now up by 12. A travel called on Ewing.
You know, Bob, I can't help but think when Herb Williams was wearing a Raptors uniform for one game and played 30 minutes, that Don Nelson took note of that, thinking, hey, this guy can go 30, then I'm going to use him more. And that's what he's doing tonight anyway.
I don't think we'll see that too frequently. Herb has gone 21 minutes here tonight. The Knicks lead 70-58 as this third quarter winds down. 40 seconds to go. Harper for three. And Williams gets the new 24. Nearly picked off by Robertson. Got a piece of it.
Great matchup, Robertson and Harper. So defensive-minded. Good hands by both of them.
Ewing. Putting on a series of fakes against John Tabak.
Most unusual and nicely done by Patrick Ewing.
He has 16 points along with 11 rebounds. Final seconds of the third. Here is King going high off the glass. After three, here in Toronto, it's the Knicks 72 and the Raptors 58.
All you have to do is get up and get out and do it. Of course, where there's a will, there's a way. And the will is yours because you are your own best friend. Success starts with a smile. Are you smiling? You're not only smart, you're the handsomest thing we've ever seen, and you are equipped to win.
Speedy, quick basketball and is contained by John Starks before he can get the shot up. Now the Knicks beginning the fourth quarter have got to shake the ghosts of the last several games when they have been outscored so badly in the fourth quarter. In the third quarter, the Raptors outscored the Knicks by 3, 20-17, but the Raptors continue to shoot poorly. At the half, they were 32.5%. For the game right now, they're at 32.4. They haven't made strides forward in their shooting percentage.
But they have cut into the lead. It's down to 13. Opening minute, fourth quarter. Damon Stoudemire is back, defending against Derek Harper. Alvin Robertson playing Hubert Davis. Davis with the double pump and a 3-second violation.
That was Mason down low with his foot in the lane.
Couldn't get out. He thought that Davis was going to take the shot. Stoudemire, Robertson, and King in a 3-guard alignment for Brendan Malone, along with Tabak and Miller. Robertson slashing his way. And the Knicks lead is down to 11, 72-61.
Interesting, Don Nelson going with a very contained lineup tonight. No Brad Lowhouse, no Charlie Wood, no Willie Anderson thus far.
John Starks from downtown. So John Starks, who was a question mark tonight after re-aggravating that sprained right ankle, played well. 3 of 6 from the field. He has 7 points. Knicks now lead 75-61. Robertson putting the fake on Davis, who got a piece of it. Herb Williams on the save. Knicks have a 3-on-1. Starks with a look away for Harper. Beautifully done. And the Knicks with a 77-61 advantage.
Such a good feeling for John Starks to be participating in more ways than shooting.
In the first half, it was Hubert Davis setting the tone with his hot hand. He has a season high with 26 points. He's hit 5 from downtown. Starks from Mason. And now Stoudemire on the run. Stoudemire. Damon Stoudemire. The Knicks lead is now 77-63. 9:20 remaining in the fourth quarter. Davis over Robertson. Yes. 28 points for Hubert Davis.
Hubert Davis.
Quiet third quarter for Hubert, who had 25 at the half.
Robertson will go to the line. Patrick Ewing checking back in. Sharon Wright also making his way. He'll replace Oliver Miller. John Stark sitting down. 17 minutes for John, 7 points, 3 assists. Alvin Robertson at the free throw line. He's a 72% foul shooter.
Patrick Ewing and Sharon Wright into the game.
Well, he fires them up. Doesn't take much time. And the Raptors 13 of 25 at the line. Hopper comes off the screen. Here's Herb Williams. And a loose ball foul against the Knicks. It's on Ewing coming over the back of Tabak.
Loose ball foul called against the Knicks, number 33, Patrick Ewing. That's his fourth
So that is 4 on Ewing.
Boy, Tabak has done some nice things tonight. Looks like the kind of player, if he can get playing time, he can become a very forceful player.
Tabak gives it up. Knicks wanted to travel on King. Ewing contesting.
Boy, are they active under the basket.
Davis. And Hubert Davis able to draw the foul.
With the push, the Raptors number 20, David Stoudemire picks up his third foul.
That's 3 on Stoudemire, and a timeout is taken by Toronto.
Knicks so lively. Look at the big men contesting every attempt by the Raptors to get a shot up, and they fail.
Time once again.
With a 2-run home run, giving the Yankees a 4-3 lead in the top of the 9th inning, and they went on to hold and win that game and 2 more games. Big moment for the New York Yankees last season. A classic from Coca-Cola, Marv.
And making the transition back from baseball to the basketball court, Hubert Davis with his 29th point, 3 away from his career high. So the Knicks now lead 81-63. 4 minutes gone by in the 4th quarter. Stoudemire a 4 shot for 3, and the rebound is handled by Davis. Herb Williams, Anthony Mason, Patrick Ewing up front. Hubert Davis, Derek Hopper in the backcourt. Mason backing his way on Robertson. Hopper trying to post up. Robertson with a good play. On the steal, deflected off the foot of Mason.
Oh, that's where he excels. He is tough. If only he could get his offensive game together, however.
Among the leaders in the NBA in steals, averaging about 2 per game. Wright fielding around for Williams. Davis over to help. King. Tabak with the rebound. Strong move by John Tabak.
Guy is 7 feet, and he's got such mobility. He's got the mobility of a good 6'7" man.
John Tabak on Croatia's national team, played in the Barcelona Olympics in '92, then drafted by the Houston Rockets. Davis for 3. Wright with the rebound. The Knicks have a 16-point lead. They've had the sizable lead most of the way. Herb Williams able to break it up.
Herb has had a major presence in this game, and it's not going to be just the statistics. It's just his presence has been very important.
Offensive foul, and Patrick Ewing is hit with a technical. He's very fortunate that he did not make contact. I don't think he made contact. Have to get another look at that.
Offensive foul called against the Knicks.
Ewing going right at the official.
He's saying, what did I do? And perhaps it was that right elbow that went into the side of Tabak that did it. Patrick obviously not realizing what he did, but the official had the right angle on that.
Number 54,
There's Leroy Richardson facing the wrath of Patrick Ewing, who just picked up his 5th.
See that right elbow knocking to back
or to buck.
Depends on your view. And Patrick going to cool off now on the bench for a moment.
Brad Lohaus has come on for the first time. Ron Wright for the Raptors, and the Knicks now lead 81-67, 14 points for Wright. 6:25 to go in the 4th. From the Sky Dome in Toronto, Hopper lost it. Stoudemire with a change of pace, setting up Wright, and Williams with the rebound. Here's Mason moving on Murray, going right at him. And he will head to the line, fouled by Tracy Murray.
Oh, you know Mason loves those one-on-one situations. He feels he can beat anyone off the dribble, and on this play, he draws the foul.
Team foul number 2 for Toronto. Anthony Mason at the line for the Knicks, shooting 2.
Mason is 6 of 8 from the line, and he has caused 3 lane violations, which have all gone in his favor because he had missed each of those free throws, and when given another opportunity was able to convert. Very nice stat line for Mason.
Brad Lohaus lost his starting role tonight. Played 17 minutes last night as a starter for the Knicks. Now he's back on the court once again. He wants to get warm hands quickly now with only 5:57 to go.
Quick release demonstrated by Tracy Murray. He has 11. The Knicks lead 83-69. There's J.R. Reed getting the start this evening. Here's Williams. Back comes Stoudemire, pushing it down for Murray for 3. And it will be Nick Ball. Last touched by Carlos Rogers.
Don Nelson imploring his team to slow it down. What's the rush, fellas? The Raptors have to catch the Knicks.
Well, this is a Knicks team that has lost 6 of its last 7, 9 of the last 12. They've struggled in the 4th quarter. Hopper trying the 3 to Bach with the good box out. Right off the double team is able to stop.
See a play like that, you'd think Don Nelson must feel to have Ewing on the bench is a luxury. I doubt it will last that long.
12 assists now for Damon Stoudemire, and the Knicks lead is 12 with just under 5 to go in the 4th. Davis got the step, and will that count? No, this does not get the continuation. What a shot on a reverse fling by Davis. Murray called for his 3rd.
Number 3.
Davis goes baseline, big people around him. How is he going to get the shot off, much less in?
But it does not count. Non-shooting foul, 13 foul on Toronto. The Knicks also have 3. Mason with the head fake leading to the travel.
Violation called, possession to Toronto.
So Mason is called for steps, and the Raptors get it back.
Mason would not accept the fact that he had a 7-foot man in front of him who's got pretty quick feet.
Knicks lead by 12. Oh, nice move by Rogers. Carlos Rogers, the second-year player from Tennessee State. And Toronto in the midst of a 10-2 run. It's down to a 10-point Knicks lead. And Patrick Ewing getting set to return with just under 4 minutes remaining in the 4th quarter. Mason with the driving hook. Anthony Mason with 16. The Knicks lead 85-73.
Knicks are up to 13 points scored now in the 4th quarter.
Stoudemire for 3. And rebounded by Mason. And Hopper walks it up. Knicks in no rush playing to use the clock. Oliver Miller getting set to return. Davis for three. Coming up on 3 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Here's Murray for three. And the Raptors very much back into it. It is a 9-point Knicks lead. Knicks not able to get a stoppage. Patrick Ewing at the scorer's table for quite some time as Hopper's shot is blocked. Shot clock is down at 5. And the foul is called on the Raptors.
Raptors number 3, Sean Tabak, makes up his third foul of the game. Team foul number 4.
Fourth team foul charged to the Raptors, and the Knicks call for time.
It's time to get back into the spring swing. The Yanks and the Tigers in spring training action from Tampa, Sunday afternoon on MSG.
Save me! Save me! Save me! I'm being held here at Franklin Square Ford, and you can save me and dozens of other Benjamin Franklins when you buy any new Ford, a new conversion van, or a quality pre-owned car at Franklin Square Ford. Don't let them keep me here another minute when you can put me in your pocket and have a new Ford in your driveway, too. Franklin Square Ford, 690 Hempstead Turnpike, Franklin Square.
My parents were arrested and
At the Paramount now through March 10th. Don't miss this hit musical your whole family is sure to love. Tickets are on sale now at the Garden Box Office or through Ticketmaster. To charge, call 212-307-7171.
Here is Hubert Davis coming up short. Mason missed the tip. It is just a 9-point Knicks lead. Oliver Miller. And again, the Knicks are having their difficulties in the fourth quarter. They're clinging to the lead. It was once 18. It's down to 7 with 2 minutes and 10 seconds to go in the fourth.
Time to go to the big guy, and the Knicks do, and Ewing is rocked by Oliver Miller.
That's 3
Raptors number 3,
on Miller.
Miller picks up his third foul. The game team foul number 5.
And now the Raptors are over the limit. The limit. Well, that is a familiar scenario. Raptors outscoring the Knicks here in the fourth quarter. Patrick Ewing now 7 of 10 at the line. He has 17 points, 13 rebounds, 4 assists, and 4 block shots. Herb Williams replacing Brad Lohaus, who has played only 5 minutes tonight.
Lohaus, despite his size at 6'11", is just not a strong enough rebounder, and Don Nelson goes back to Herb Williams for that purpose.
8-point Knicks lead, 2 minutes remaining in the fourth. Stoudemire, played by Davis on the switch. Miller's back tap is handled by Mason. And the Knicks, I would think, will be in no hurry at all. They'll nurse the clock. Toronto is over the limit. They double up on Ewing. Davis lost it. Here's Murray with Hopper back. Stoudemire. Stoudemire looking for the shot. Could not penetrate. Down to 10 on the 24. Now he does penetrate. What a move by Damon Stoudemire. It's down to a 6-point Knicks lead.
What creativity with that shot.
A minute 10 remaining in the fourth quarter. Can of defense. Hopper pumping. Oh, Derek Harper pulling one out of the arsenal from earlier this season. We have not seen a big shot in some time from Derek Hoffer. 89-80, the Knicks with the 9-point lead. Miller trying to tap it to Murray, and it will be Nick Ball.
Derek showed a lot of guts. He set himself up for a lot of criticism on that shot, but his confidence won out.
Correction on the score. Originally, that Hoffer shot was put down as a 3. It's now being scored as a 2. It's 88-80. The Knicks with the ball and the lead, and as you see, a half minute remaining in the fourth quarter. Shot clock at 5. It's down to 3, and here's Hoffer. This time it's deflected short. Rogers got a piece of it. Stoudemire for Murray for 3, and Williams with the rebound. Foul committed by Stoudemire with 12 seconds remaining.
Toronto's number 20, David Stoudemire, picks up his 4th foul.
Stoudemire picks up number 4, and the Knicks apparently will escape. An 18-point lead. The Knicks leading by the big margin most of the way, but they make it somewhat adventurous again in this fourth quarter.
Boy, Derek Hoffer's shot just turned it all around, though. That was it. The Raptors looked like they could come back into it, and they can shoot the threes very well, and they were about 2 shots away from tying this game, but it all went away with Derek Hoffer's clutch shot.
The Knicks lead 89-80. Final seconds. Stoudemire for right to the basket. Knicks did not want a foul. 89-82 with 1 and 4/10 seconds to go. And the Knicks make it 2 out of 2 this season over the Raptors. And they stop the road losing streak at 4. Final score. The Knicks 89 and the Toronto Raptors 82. We'll be back to wrap it in just a moment. Turned out to be the big shot. The former Toronto Raptor, Willie Anderson, greeted by his former teammates. Willie did not get off the bench tonight, did not play at all. So the Knicks over the Raptors 89-82. We'll be back with more from the Sky Dome shortly. Right now, let's check in with Gus Johnson at the MSG Sports Desk.
And thank you very much, Marv. Big night in college basketball here at Madison Square Garden. The opening round of the Big East tournament, and coming up in the next game, St. John's will try to keep their season alive as they take on Providence College. Meanwhile, the game going on right now, Miami getting off to an early lead, and it looks like they will hold on. They lead Rutgers 68-62, about 2 minutes left in that contest. This morning, Adrian Griffin hit a shot in the final seconds of the ball game, and Seton Hall, they stayed alive in the Big East tournament as they go on to beat West Virginia 80-78, the final score there. Notre Dame, they never gave up, but in the end, Syracuse just a little bit too strong for them as the Orange cruised by Notre Dame 76-55, the final score. Meanwhile, New York City product Jerry McCullough missed the layup with 3 seconds remaining on the clock. In Boston College, they survive a scare. They will move on to the next round as well as they go on to beat Pittsburgh 70-66. Now, coming up tonight at 10:30, Bob Page will have the 30-minute edition of the MSG Sports Desk. He'll have scores and highlights from the Big East tournament and all around the country here during championship week. And we'll also check in with those New York Knicks coming up right after this as they went on to beat the Toronto Raptors this evening. Stay with us.
Hi, Kevin from Ohio writes, I like your big trucks. When I grow up, I want to drive for you. Why wait?
Would you like to put these on? We got a lot of work to do.
Over here, so you can see the label. That's called facing the product.
When's lunch?
We got some more work to do. You ain't getting tired already, are you?
Snapple, made from the best stuff on earth.
There you go, buddy.
Welcome back to the Sky Dome in Toronto, where the Knicks have defeated the Raptors 89-82. So the Knicks are now 34-25 for the season. They even up the road record at 14-14. The Raptors dropped to 15-43. Offensively, the story for the Knicks, the play of Hubert Davis, who went 44 minutes, 9 of 17 from the field. He hit 5 of 10 from three-point range, 7 of 8 from the line, 30 points in all. That's too shy of his career high, and Hubert is our Hoover player of the game. So he surpassed his season high that was attained last night against the Clippers. He had scored 25 against the Clippers, and Hubert has come out to join us, and he's with John.
Thank you, Marv. Hubert, red-hot hands you brought here to Toronto. 25 last night, 25 in the first half tonight. What's going on with your game? You seem to be releasing that shot much quicker than usual. Is that something you've been concentrating on?
I've just been working just as hard on my game, you know, whatever transpires, you know, and I just want to go out there and try to improve every time I go out on the court. And, you know, with the veterans, with John and Harp and Patrick giving me a lot of confidence. I have a lot of confidence personally, and I'm just trying to go out there and have fun.
Hubert, with all of the focus on you starting now, this was your 10th start tonight, and John Starks, who is certainly a favorite of the Knicks and obviously one who you admire, and as you've expressed, do you feel a little extra pressure to give Don Nelson the confidence and back after he has rewarded you with the confidence by starting now?
Not at all. I don't feel any pressure at all. To me, starting doesn't mean that much. And I'm starting the game, but we all still look for John for that leadership and for that energy off the court. And it doesn't matter who starts the game, man. You just see how John played. He comes in there and does work.
Hubert, the personality difference of the team tonight in Toronto was quite different than last night at the Garden. I turn you into a shrink right now. Can you explain that?
We had a team meeting before the game, and we really expressed our feelings about how we want to go out and finish this season. You know, there's a lot of pride factor there, and we felt very embarrassed about the effort we put out last night at home against the Clippers, and we just wanted to come out here and play a good game. I think we did that.
It was very interesting with the shooting of you and Derek Harper in the first half. That carried the team scoring-wise, but the front line players were very active under the basket. Did you, as a defender, feel tonight that you had a lot of safety should your man get by you?
Very much so. Everybody was blocking shots. Patrick, Herb, Mace, everyone was converging, and you know, with the great penetrators such as Stoudemire, you know, you got Doug Christie out there, guys that can really get to the basket. We really need some help, and they did a great job helping us out on the perimeter.
How did the team prepare for Stoudemire, who was in many ways held in check tonight?
You can't prepare for him. That's a very quick individual. I was talking to Herb just in the locker room. I said, I've never met anybody that can stop and change direction so quickly, and he's very poised as a rookie. And we just wanted to stay in front of him and make him take you know, short jumpers in the lane over Patrick Ewing, and that's what we did tonight.
Hubert, would you say the team feeling now is a lot different as you look ahead to upcoming games?
Yeah, we feel very good, but we felt very good after the Golden State game, and I think it's important for us to keep a level head, know that we've got a tough game in Philadelphia, and then we've got Chicago, so we've got our work cut out for us. So let's just stay patient, go out and have fun.
Well, Hubert is our player of the game. Congratulations on another outstanding effort, and we wish you continued hot hands the rest of the way.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Let's go back now to Marv Albert.
Well, obviously happy, and understandably so, Hubert Davis, who had just a terrific all-around game, including 2 block shots. They were talking about block shots, 11 in all by the Knicks, 2 for Davis, 4 for Ewing, as the Knicks defeat the Raptors 89-82. Our next Knicks telecast Friday night from the Spectrum in Philadelphia, the MCS Canada Knicks game night. We'll get it going at 7 o'clock. Game time at 7:30. The Knicks and the Sixers on Friday. The Knicks have won 7 straight, 23 of the last 27 against the Philadelphia 76ers. The Knicks post-game report is coming up, so we'll have more for you here on MSG. Marv Albert with John Andres concluding the game portion. Back Davis for 3. Yes. Oh, he's on fire. Mason played on the switch by Stottlemyre. Here is Davis for 3. What a quarter for Hubert Davis. Wanted to see Herb Williams back with the Knicks organization. I don't know if they... oh, it counts and the foul. It's a 3, a possible 4-point play. The foul committed by Christian.
Yes, indeed. Hubert Davis and that guy were both on fire. 17 points in the first quarter, 25 points at halftime. Knicks led it. Hubert finished with 30. Second half, Knicks showed the passing. Mason, Patrick, 62-46. Fourth quarter,
and Miller.
After trailing by as many as 17, Toronto makes a run. Alvin Robertson driving to the basket. Knicks led now only by 11 points.
Going with a very
Knicks
contained
would open it up, though. John Starks.
No Charlie Wood, no Willie Anderson.
From downtown. 75-61 New York.
John, the fourth quarter.
More New York. Hubert Davis dribbles left and hits the jump shot. Knicks go on to win it by a score of 89-82, courtesy of a big effort by Hubert Davis. Elsewhere in the NBA, the Seattle Supersonics, they are on fire. They've won 14 straight, 37 of their last 43, which include 7 straight road wins. Tonight, though, they played without Sean Kemp, who's nursing an ankle injury, and the Washington Bullets looks like they take full advantage. Played this one at the U.S. Air Arena, and there's Sean Kemp missing his 3rd straight game with that injury. Second quarter, nice Bullets passing. Liddell Echols feeds Rasheed Wallace for the slam. George Karl not really pleased with that effort. Third quarter, Bullets open it up. Off the George Murison rebound, Wallace feeds Juwan Howard. Nice pass here. Cutting to the basket for the layup. Then, off the Calbert Chaney miss, Rasheed flying in. And they'll hammer it down, 59-41, and the Bullets looks like they will cruise. They lead it 78-61 in the fourth quarter of play. That 14-game winning streak may be coming to an end for Seattle. Meanwhile, L.A. has won only 1 time in their last 9 tries at Boston. Elsewhere, Minnesota and Philadelphia. And Minnesota leading at 79-72 on Friday. Philly will host the Knicks. Elsewhere, Indiana and Utah. Utah, they've won 18 of their last 22 ball games, and right now they lead at 24-10 in the first quarter of play. San Antonio, Denver, this is part of a home-and-home. San Antonio winning in Denver yesterday, and right now in the third quarter, they lead at 59-50. Elsewhere in the NBA, Sir Charles, a naughty boy once again. This time he's fined $7,500 by the NBA for comments he made about the officials after their victory over Dallas on Sunday. Now, coming up tonight at 10:30, don't forget to join our Bullet Bob page for the 30-minute edition of the MSG Sports Desk. You'll have highlights from the Big East tournament.
Even though, you know, it was one of those nightmarish games for Patrick, couldn't get a whole lot done, and still able to win on the road against anybody. That's, you know, that's pretty good. The numbers look good, but, you know, he just mishandled, and it was just not a strong game, and we're used to having him play the strong games for us. So I was real pleased to get a win.
Were you glad to see him give you something on defense? He almost seemed to make a couple of blocks early in the first half that kind of set
Well, I think the story of this game is Herb Williams. I think that the defensive effort into that and going with the bigger lineup to try to help our rebounding. I didn't even look what it was here, if it helped or not. But, we still got out rebounded, but I guess it felt better to have a big lineup. Herb played an outstanding game defensively on our schemes, and holding Stottlemyre down. You know, we got to give him a lot of credit, along with Harper on that, and I just thought he was really good.
You haven't played very often alongside Patrick. Have you been working on that more with him recently, or is it?
We have not. It's just something I decided to do today. I thought that the small lineup is just such a poor rebounding lineup. It makes it so difficult to play them that I thought
we'd go with the bigger lineup and just see what we could do. And defensively, we were very good in tight. And I thought pretty good all night. And thank goodness that Hubert had the big game. We really needed it.
Did you get a little worried there in the end? They kind of was with it.
Absolutely. I got a little worried, yes. And we did keep our defensive pressure on, but they got loose and made a couple of threes at the end. The way things have been going for us, definitely worried.
Do you look at after what happened tonight, do you look at last night as an aberration now?
Oh, no. You know, right now is a good time to play us without Oakley, and we're just not playing that well. We need to play better. Even tonight, although we got a win, I just still didn't think we played that well. We sputtered too much offensively, and but defensively we were very good.
Any trepidation in playing Herb as many minutes as you did? Played like 30 minutes, I guess.
I kept asking him how he was doing, and he said he was doing fine. I really liked his energy and longness, and he just did so many good things for us. Okay. Thank you, Don.
Well, a relieved Don Nelson, still not happy with the work off the boards. The Knicks were out-rebounded once again, this time by Toronto, 52 to 42. And obviously not pleased with certain phases of Patrick Ewing's game. We made reference earlier to the turnovers. He finished with 7 turnovers, and I would think that is the focal point of what Don had to say.
Yes, because there was so much that Patrick did do that was quite positive. His energy level was high tonight. He was very tough inside, and he gets a great deal of the credit for that interior defense that Don Nelson was very happy about. But when you give the ball up to a team like the Raptors, why, that draws the attention of the coach.
So the Knicks able to hang on at the end. They had a scare in the fourth quarter once again, but they go on to beat Toronto 89 to 82. We'll be back in a moment. Ewing with the step up.
Time now for the Bud Dunk of the game, and we have a special participant in the Bud Dunk of the game tonight. It's three-point specialist Tracy Murray getting out on the break, and he delivered with a two-hand slam dunk.
A special participant, huh?
Three-point shooter, most unusual to have the Bud Dunk of the game.
With a big sell here. The Knicks over the Raptors 89 to 82. Our next Knick telecast from the Spectrum in Philadelphia. The Knicks and the Sixers on Friday night. The MCS Cannon Knicks game night will get it underway at 7 o'clock, and I understand you'll be hosting some folks?
Yes, the Knicks have a couple of busloads of fans coming down for an annual visit to the Sixers and Knicks game.
All right, NBA action joined in progress is next here on MSG. Marv Albert, John Andres saying so long from the Sky Dome.